Hello dear students, welcome back to our new class. In the previous class we have discussed about the reactions of acids and bases. We have discussed about neutralization, isn't it? Yeah, in neutralization acid and bases add together to form salt plus water, isn't it? Yes, we have already reached in a conclusion that what is common in acid? Yes, H plus is common in acids, and in bases OH minus is common. So we can write it as H is common in any acid. So it's also with an X. X can be any element. So then there is OH is common in bases. OH, then there will be another element M with OH. So this is acid and this is base. Together what forms salt? Here the X and M join together to form the salt. What is MX? This is the salt which is formed from this acid and this base. Then what are the remaining components? H and OH. H and OH together form HOH, which is H2O. So H plus OH minus gives H2O. We get water. This is the equation of reactions. Then what happens when we add acid or base to water? Let's see. Take a beaker with water. Add some sulfuric acid with a dropper through the sides of the beaker. After adding this sulfuric acid dropwisely to the beaker, just touch the surface of the beaker. It will be very hot. Why? Yes, the reaction will be exothermic. Exothermic means producing heat, releasing heat. Okay, so when we touch the surface of beaker, it will be hot because during the reaction of adding sulfuric acid to water, it will produce heat. Okay, and also you should remind that never add water to acid. Okay, only we can add acid to water. No, never add water to acid because it is highly exothermic. It will spurt out, that it cause explosion. The mixture splash out and it cause burning to us. Okay, so acid must always be added slowly to the water with constant stirring. So acid should add to the water with constant stirring. So if it is not like that, it will make the glass container to break down or the mixture splash out and cause burning to us. So it's in some bottles of acid there is some warnings to us. Don't like this warning sign like this will be on the bottles of some acids like sulfuric acid and hydrochloric acids. So when we add water, we all know that H plus is common in acid and OH minus is common in base. So when we add water to acid, the concentration of, the number of H plus ions will decrease. Okay, the concentration of ions per unit volume decreases. So before adding the water, there are some H plus ions in per volume, but when we add the water, the concentration of H plus ion per volume decreases. Okay, or it is also like in bases. Then such a process called dilution, adding of water to acid to decrease its concentration of its ions is called dilution. And the acid or the base is said to be diluted. When we add water to acid, when we add acid to water, we can say that the acid is said to be diluted. So when we add water, the concentration of H plus ions decreases. In the case of bases, when we add water, the concentration of OH minus ion decreases per volume. So we will say that some acids are very strong and some other acids are very weak. How we can say that? Can we count the number of H plus ions in an acid? The strength of the acid depends upon these H plus ions, and the strength of the base depends upon the OH minus ions in it. So we have to count the we have to check quantitatively the amount of H plus or OH minus ions in it. So on dilution, the concentration decreases, so its strength also decreases. We will check the acid and base with the acid base indicators. How we can check the strength of the acids and bases? Yes, there is an indicator which called universal indicator, which give different colors for different concentration. And there is pH paper that I have already shown to you in the previous class, that is used to check the concentration of these acids and bases. It gives different colors in different concentration. So there is a scale prepared for measuring hydrogen ion concentration in a solution. So we can say that depending upon the hydrogen ion concentration, the strength of the acid changes. When the H plus ion increases, the acid become more strong. When the H plus ion decreases, the acid become weak. And in the case of bases, OH minus ion, increase in OH minus ion increases the strength, and decrease in OH minus ion decreases its strength. So there is a scale from 1 to 14. (11, 12, 13, 14). There is a scale is made to measure the strength of the acids and bases. A scale for measuring hydrogen ion concentration in a solution called the pH scale has been developed. This is called the pH scale from 1 to 14. And the P in pH scale P in pH scale indicate the potence, which means power, potence of hydrogen. This is just a number that indicate the number of, that indicate the strength of the potence of the hydrogen. So pH scale, we can measure pH generally from 0 to 14. pH should be thought of simply as a number which indicates the acidic or basic nature of a solution. Higher the hydronium ion concentration, lower the pH value. We know that when the hydronium ion concentration is higher, then the solution become acid. So below the 7, that is from 1 to 7, here comes the acid, and above the 7 there comes bases. So the increase in hydronium ion concentration, when the hydronium ion concentration increases, when the H plus ion concentration increases, the pH value decreases. That is, 7 is neutral. Okay, it will be neither acid nor base. It is neutral solution. Then below the 7, it give acids. Then above 7, that the solution which it shows pH value above 7 are bases. So when the hydronium ion concentration increases, pH value decreases, and the most strongest acid have pH value 1, and weak acid have pH value 6 to 7, and the strongest base have pH value 14, and the weak base have pH between 7 and 8. So when we goes up, the strength of the base increases. When we goes down from 7, the strength of the acid increases. Okay, this is the pH scale. Then there is a graph given in your textbook. At 0 there will be larger amount of H plus ion, and the acid will become strong. That is, this is the blue color indicates the amount of H plus ion, the white color indicates the amount of OH minus ion. When we goes to 7, the amount of H plus ion decreases, and when we goes to 14, the amount of H plus will become very low, and the amount of OH plus ions increases. So pH scale is used to indicate the concentration of H plus ions. Depending upon H plus ion, the solutions will become acid or bases. Here is a table given in your textbook, table 2.2, in page number 26. There are some solutions given. Test the pH values of solution given in table 2.2. Which are the solutions? Saliva before meal, saliva after meal, saliva in our mouth, then lemon juice, colorless aerated drink, carrot juice, coffee, tomato juice, tap water, 1 NaOH, sodium hydroxide, then 1 molar HCl, HCl acid, hydrogen chloride acid. Then I will give the answers, just write it there. Okay, color of pH paper. First, saliva before meal, color will be light green, and pH, it's an approximate value, pH 6. Then you all write it there. Then nature of the substance will be acidic. Below 7 is acidic, so acidic. Then saliva after meal, the color will be yellow, pH 4. Then nature acidic. Then lemon juice, color is dark orange, pH is 2. Then nature acidic. Then colorless aerated drink, then its color is red, pH is 1. Then acidic. Then carrot juice, orange color, pH 2 ആണ്, then acidic. Coffee, color is yellow, then pH value 4, nature acidic. Then tomato juice, color light orange, pH 3 ആണ്. Then nature of the substance acidic. Then tap water, light green, its pH is 6.5, then its nature is acidic. Then 1 molar NaOH, sodium hydroxide, its color is purple, its pH value is about 14, it is basic. Then 1 molar HCl, hydrochloric acid, its color is red, then pH value 1, then its nature is acidic. Hope that you understood from this table that the relation between pH value and the strength of the acid and base. Hydrochloric acid is the strongest acid, then sodium hydroxide is the strongest base. Then so the strength of the acids and bases depends upon the H plus ions and OH minus ions produced respectively. So if we take hydrochloric acid and acetic acid, which is more stronger? Acetic acid is that we are using in our daily life, that is vinegar. It is an acetic acid. So acetic acid or hydrochloric acid is stronger. Yes, hydrochloric acid is stronger than acetic acid. When we take 1 molar each of acetic acid and hydrochloric acid with the same concentration, these will produce different amounts of hydrogen ions. Acid that gives to more H plus ions are said to be strong acids. So acid solution which give more H plus ions are called strong acids. And also the acid that give less H plus ions are said to be weak acids. In the case of bases, the bases that give more OH minus ions is called strong base, and the base which give less amount of OH minus ion is weak bases. So this is the strength of the acid and bases. It depends upon the H plus and OH minus ions in it. So the importance of pH in everyday life. We have lot of importance of pH in our daily life. That is, there are some examples given. Are plants and animals pH sensitive? Yes, our body will work within a limit of pH value 7 to 7.8. Living organism also survive within a narrow range of pH change. If it change above the range, then their leaves will be damaged. Then when pH of rainwater is survive only in when the pH of rainwater is lower than 5.6, it is called acid rain. When the pH of rainwater decreases and when it is lower than 5.6, then the rain we call acid rain, and it will affect the soil and also the plants which live in this soil. So it will affect the survival of aquatic life in the rivers. The rain that reaches the rivers also, it will affect the aquatic life of life in the rivers. Then what is the pH of the soil in your backyard? The pH of soil is very important for farmers. That is, certain plants require a certain range of pH level. So we can check the pH by taking the soil and by using pH universal indicator or pH paper. So when the pH level of the soil decreases, what the farmers will do, they will use fertilizers to increase the pH level. If the pH level decreases, the farmers will use acidic fertilizers. When the pH is very high that the plants can't tolerate, then the farmers will use basic fertilizers. Okay, so the pH of soil is very important. Then pH in our digestive system. Our stomach produce hydrochloric acid. This hydrochloric acid make our stomach acidic. This acid helps for digestion without harming our stomach. If the amount of this hydrochloric acid increases due to indigestion or lower food intake, it will make pain and irritations. So to get rid of this situation, we will use what? We will use antacids. Antacids is not acids, it is base. So when we use antacids, it will neutralize the acid in our stomach. So the irritation will go off. Then also milk of magnesia. It is used, it is a mild base. It is used for the gastricity in our stomach. Then pH change as a cause of tooth decay. Our mouth, when the pH of our mouth is become less than 5.5, it will make damage to our teeth also. The teeth will not dissolve in water, but the pH, when the pH decrease below 5.5, this acid can make damage the teeth. That is, the bacteria that is present in our mouth will produce acids by the through the digestion of sugars and other food items. So the teeth will corroded when the pH in the mouth is below 5.5. Then the best way to prevent this is clean your mouth after eating. And the toothpaste that we use, it is a base. It is used for neutralizing the acidity in your mouth. So excess acid can be prevented by using toothpaste. So you have to clean your mouth after taking food. Then next, self-defense by animals and plants through chemical welfare. We will have a self-defense when others attack us. Also, like us, plants and animals have a self-defense mechanism. For example, honeybee, when we attack them, they will sting us. When we have stung to a honeybee, we will have a irritation on our skin, pain and irritation. This is because the bee sting leaves an acid in our skins, and we can use mild bases like baking soda to neutralize this or to get relief. Okay, in the case of there is another example in plants too, a plant called nettle leaves. When we touch the nettle leaf, the stinging hair of nettle leaf inject methanoic acid, which will make burning pain in our skin. It's a defense mechanism shown by that plant. Here is given that about the nettle leaves. Just go through it, you can understand it. So this is a self defense mechanism shown by the animals and plants. There are some naturally occurring acids. Which are they? Yes, we have said that vinegar, the acid present in it is acetic acid. Then orange, citric acid. Then tamarind, tartaric acid. Then tomato, oxalic acid. Then sour milk, curd, which is the acid present in it, lactic acid. Then lemon, which is citric acid. Then ant sting, that is methanoic acid or formic acid. It is also a defense mechanism produced by the ant. When we attack the ant, they will sting on us, which make a acid burn in our skin. So it is methanoic acid or formic acid. Then nettle sting also produce methanoic acid or formic acid. These are the naturally occurring acids. Then we have discussed about, this is all about today's topic. We have discussed about strength of acids and bases, then pH, the pH scale, then the importance of pH in everyday life. So let's wind up the class. Hope you understood. So let's meet in another class. Okay, bye.